Okay. Hello, folks. Here's a question I get very often because a lot of you just don't really, guys keep asking me about it. And I've explained this too many times, but this is the definitive answer. Okay. I'm gonna give you guys basically started when I was like thinking about the VR events. And, I was like, what the player character met the guys, met met the CPUs in their world, in game industry. What would that be like? So then I thought about what the player character should be. Should he be a nerd that's a gamer and he just works into his own and becomes this powerful dude that can take on anything? And then I kept seeing it and I kept seeing that and I was like, no, we got too many protagonists who do that already. You know, far be it from me, you know, I'm a dude that just doesn't try to do a lot of a lot of samey concepts if I can't do anything interesting with them. So then I started to think because then I started to think, what would Bugsy Prime, and even back then I called main Bugsy Prime. I was like, what would Bugsy Prime do if he was actually with Blonde? Like, what would that do? And I was like, you know what? Maybe what if I make another Bugsy that's a little bit different than him? Well, they're samey in some ways, but different in others. Now, Bugsy G um, has been through the ringer so many times. He has lost people. He's been a king. He has died so many different times and come back so many different times. He's just kind of more withdrawn than anything else. Top that all off with the fact that his brothers have they don't hate him. They just kind of moved on with the rest of their lives. And it's not like they don't want to talk to him. It's not like they don't care about him or anything. They just know that with everything he's been through, they feel like he doesn't need them in a way. They couldn't be more wrong, but they didn't know that, and he didn't tell them. The thing about I'd say the interesting thing about G is the fact that he's so shy. Even though he has Bert and all the others with him, he's still so very very shy. And Prime basically uses that to just mess with him. Not in a true mean and callous way, but in a kind of we're friends and I'm ripping on you kind of way. Which, dude, I can write that in my sleep. But personally, I like it because they're both kind of the same character, but in a way they aren't. And I like that kind of dynamic. And trust me, there will be a few times where Prime actually gets where G actually gets one over on Prime, but not now at this point. But basically, yeah, because Prime does make an appearance in the actual series, not in these little videos where it's just you know them just talking and shooting the breeze with each other. It's more, he will actually make an actual appearance, and he may make it into the season finale of the first season with with his version of Ansukamaru, Harem, Yonki, and Zan why the because why the fuck not? And basically it'll go a little bit like that. I can't tell you what they're gonna do in there, but there are little subtle hints where I'm kind of leading the story, but very subtly, like blink and you miss it kind of thing. But so basically, yeah. Um, I would say, you know, and I wanted to do another thing to kind of prove to people that OCs are not a bad or inherently bad thing. You can have your self insert. He can be a main character. You just gotta not make him so OP and so overpowered. You guys say, some people would say that, G's and Gary Stu. He's not a Gary Stu. It's just the fact of the matter is, I'm drawing from the VR events, and from those events alone, they've basically proven that they kind of have a thing for him. But for those of you that don't really, for those of you that are just like not buying it, I got an idea, so you guys can actually get a kind of a feel of what, from G's perspective of what it was like. That's what I'm gonna do, because I know you guys are probably like, you think he's a Gary, you guys think he's a Gary Stu, and I'm gonna show you that he isn't. But you know, yeah, to be real, he actually did one. He did win. He did win over the goddesses by being himself. Like that is the real truth. He never had to like pretend to be someone he wasn't, or he never had to lie or mislead anybody. He just flat out was himself. With both Blonde, Noir, Vert, and Neptune. That's all he was. And because they kept visiting him and learning more about him, because I'm gonna get into that too. They started. Well, Vert, you can kind of say she may have felt sorry for him, because when I get to the second episode, that's kind of a given. But I really felt like Bert kind of found, the way I look at it, I feel like Bert found something in G that wasn't really there. I mean, she found something in G that he didn't even think was even really there. But, you know. And let me just say this, he is not an oblivious lout. He understands that these girls have feelings for him. But with his past experiences, his love life included, it's hard for him to really choose who he wants to be with. And you could say that's wishy-washiness, but this man has literally had his own. He actually had his own wife die in front of him. Guys, that is some that is some heavy, heavy stuff to lay on anybody. That's some heavy, heavy stuff to lay on anybody. You know, you guys go like, you guys always go like, you guys wonder about that, but yeah, I would say his inability to be try to be all the way intimate with with any of the CPUs, it kind of stems from that, and the fact that after Ryoko died, after he became king, and pretty much did some very horrible stuff. Well, good for his people, but horrible to him because he never thought he'd have to do any of that. He doesn't feel like he deserves actual factual love. That's another thing. I'd say the timidness is because, well, not only because I wanted to kind of do a different version of Bugsy Prime, and he became G, but mostly because I think that's, when I really think about it, it stems from the fact that he's just kind of, he's been home for a while. He doesn't want to offend them. He doesn't want to freaking go too. He doesn't want to go too far, and he doesn't. When he's around Prime, he's not really that honest with them because Prime knows, but he's like, in a way, these, the videos with Prime and G, and they're just like talking, and Prime's, messing with them, is just for him, just for Prime to say, dude, be honest with yourself. Come on. You can do that. But, he doesn't want the guy, and he doesn't want to choose any of them because he knows, because he's played the Neptunia games, he knows that they'll fight, and they'll probably fight over him. And this fight may or may not be like the end all be all. So he's kind of just hoping that he can actually choose. He can actually choose logically or with his heart so a fight with the other CPUs don't really break out. That's what he's hoping for. But, well, let's just say it's not going to turn out the way he thinks. That's all I can really say. Um, and R4 kind of complicates things. I won't say how, but it happens and it does, and various other things associated with that, and various other things associated with that. And you think Plurier will complicate things? No, it complicates things even more. I kind of, if you actually look at the texting story thing, I kind of leave a little hint that, well, not really a hint. It's just an actual thing that G says at the end of his text, where he goes like, Linda kind of reminds me of Ryoko, and that kind of hurts my heart because the fact that Linda seriously, truly, honestly reminds him of Ryoko, and the fact, and I didn't really convey this properly, that word for word, Linda says what Ryoko said to him when he was still a Galaxy Police cop. Word for word, that's where that works, because I think in a way, like, people are saying like, what's your, like, for your show, what's your canon ship? There is no real canon ship, because I'm pretty much impartial to Blonde, and I'm pretty much impartial to G and Blonde hooking up, because, well, not impartial, I'm pretty much for Blonde and G hooking up. Like, that, in my mind, yeah, they get together. But I don't think that'd be that interesting, a good harem needs a good few twists and turns and things of that nature, and I can't just be like, oh, Blonde and G just get together, but they do sleep in the same bed, so take with that what you will, you know. But I gotta be honest, when they do sleep in the bed, they sort of think. Let's just say, since I got a kid here, I can't really say, but they sort of think about the other in a very interesting way. And because of that, they kind of get kind of nervous and they look onto the other side of the bed, away from each other, but they're like, you know, me, G's like, maybe if I just look, maybe if I just, you know, look at her, or maybe just talk, or I don't know, I'm way too nervous. And he looks away, and Blonde kind of does the same thing. Like, Blonde has this internal monologue with herself, and she goes like, and she's like, and she basically goes like, I can't say the exact words because I have a kid with me right now. But she goes like, why don't I have the guts to say how I really truly feel about him? And the thing is, they do have legit feelings for each other. It's those feelings are there, but they're more stronger. They are stronger when they're alone. With Vert, with G and Vert, it's more. I would say Vert, like I said, Vert sees something in him that he didn't see, and he kind of is starting to notice it. What exactly, I'm not really going to say. Neptune and him bond because, retro games and stuff, and the fact that Neptune was laying pretty subtle hints that she kind of feels for him a little bit more than just friends. Noir drops a few little hints too, but I feel like it's more friendly than anything. But then again, when I look at it, I mean, you just you know, because the way Noir kind of goes about it, she gets kind of blushy around. She gets blushy around the player, which kind of makes me think that she does kind of have feelings for him too, because like really, he like I would say G's kind of like her legit friend that she can just come to anytime, and then they can talk about stuff and others. They got and they're like goddess stuff that she doesn't really tell anybody. They kind of all do that, so in a way, they've all confided the bugs. They have all confided in the G about something, and I feel like because they confided in him, they basically kind of like him, and the fact that he basically won them over with just being himself. Not being some cool dude, not being what Prime is, which is like the dude that is the most OP. Like Prime is OP, but he's earned that for everything he's done. But I'd say that G earned it by being who he is. He's earned their trust, their love, and their respect because of that. That's the interesting thing about G. Y'all think that some of you think he's a Gary Stu, but me, I see more of what he is, because who would know better than the guy who wrote, who would know better than the guy who writes it? You know what I mean? I don't know if I'll change you guys' minds about OCs, but personally, I think if you just give me a chance to wow you, to really give you guys a actual story, and trust me, it is getting like 3 seasons, because I'm not gonna be like, ooh, I'm going to give you season 2 and not follow through with that. You get 3 seasons, maybe even more if I feel like it. But I feel like the story I'm going to tell will probably be done in 3 seasons at least. If not, I'll do more. Like if there's something else I can do, if there's more, or I'm thinking of doing a few spin-offs after the series, and just putting the CPUs and G into different situations in different universes. Like guys, like remember when Blonde was doing the whole zombie thing? The whole zombie spin-off when there's actual zombies. What if G was in that? I basically I basically hinted while I was doing one of the G and Prime videos that some like even though the things the thank you for playing corner wasn't for him, but since Blonde and him have a kind of connection, what if like what thank you for playing thing was for him, was various other things was for him too, like the book that Blonde actually made, which basically did make an appearance in the anime. You know, but yeah, I was thinking of doing like a school thing. I was thinking of doing like a them in high school thing, because that would be pretty interesting too when you think about it. Because I feel like G would be like a normal, like he'd just be like a dude. He'd just be like a regular. He'd be like a regular student. He'd probably be like a regular student. And yeah, like I'd have Harima, Tsukumaru, Zan, and Yonk also in there, as Yonk would still be kind of a delinquent. Um, Zan would probably join him. Har would probably sort of be the same, but he'd be kind of what he is in School Rumble. Like he'd be exactly the same, but the focus would probably be less on them sometimes, maybe not. Again, this is like after the series, and I feel like I want to do spin-offs. But I think it'd be interesting, and even making it even. I don't know when this series is gonna be. I don't know when this spin-off series is gonna be made, but if I ever do, it's if I ever do, it's probably gonna have one reference to Doki Doki. And that's it. Like there'll be a scene where freaking Neptune goes like, "Hey, hey Bugsy, How about you join the Leisure Club?" No, and he goes like, "No, I heard really, 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 really terrible things about that. Really terrible things. Like if I was animating it, you guys would hear." You guys would hear Sayonara kind of playing subtly in the background, like it doesn't confirm that Doki Doki exists in this like universe, but it could, but yeah, but like in the actual what was it? The actual manga where they're in school, they make a game making club, and pretty much from there we go from there. And R4 is in there as sort of delinquent with Werechu, and it's just a whole bunch of stuff. Trust me, there's gonna be a lot of stuff with that. But right now, I know I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but it's good to know. For some of you, it's good to know. You guys need to know some of this information so you guys know, and I don't have to keep telling you this. Just if you need any more, if you need this video for reference, I will give it to you so you guys can actually look at it. So if any of you ask me the same question again, I'm just going to refer to you to this video because it basically explains an extensive plan of what I want to really do with the series and what's its future, and maybe I might make a fan game because I do have RPG Maker, and honestly I could do that, and I could make it like a dating sim and a RPG all at the same time. So, you know what, guys? That's about all I got for you right now. I hope you enjoyed this video. You're probably going to see this early in the morning, but hey, this is what I wanted to do, and there you go. See you guys later. And Chaotic Nation, keep on being chaotic. And for the rest of you, thank you for your time.